Undo co-hosting.
Oh yeah. Hello, habits of health, folks. I am just going to make sure that we have a co-host here. I just already started this sharing. What is the day today? May 1st.
Mayday, mayday.
Yay! So everybody, be thinking, remember why you are here. What's the big picture? Why are you here? Everybody remember their word for the year? Did you get co-host Carrie? I made Carrie and Sharon co-host.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My word is consistent, and it's right in front of my face on the shelf above my computer.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine is too. That's the same word I have.
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here real quick and just congratulate you because you know what? I didn't matter if I was here or not. You all loved yourself enough to show up for each other. So bravo. You made me cry. You made me cry. I was listening to you, making me cry. So remembering you guys are all, why are we here, right? Why are we really here? Not just about our pant size and our weight. Remember every day your word of the year, it's springtime, right? Refresh yourself, make sure to keep yourself regulated, taking in the breaths. You did awesome. I don't know, you all really contributed. You followed the agenda really well. I was just so impressed. Keeping on track with everybody, and it was just wonderful. So regulating, filling your cup. Remember, take some deep breaths. Be thinking about why you're here, what your word is, and Carrie, did you have anything to talk about here at the beginning with self-regulation? Any points that you wanted to add with this?
Yeah, I mean, just what we always recap. It's always good and to know it's not just the Dr. Amy show. It's we come together as a community, and whenever we're here, it's always about you and you and you. It's
Yep.
always individual, but in a group. And so yeah, just take that minute to deep breath and know we're in the right place. And if you've been looking down at your phone, do stretches and look up.
We're on the right bus.
Another deep breath.
I
made
do
me say
have
deep
something
bus.
to say about the bus. I actually have a comment about the bus. Last week I told you that I got off at the wrong stop and I got lost. Well, I found a stop that was working. It's called 28-day chair yoga, and I am on day 8.
Yay!
I made a commitment. It's hard for me because I don't know. It's hard, but I'm doing it. And I even did it at midnight last night because I hadn't done it for the day. And Steve said, just wait till tomorrow. I said, nope, I am doing it in the right day. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to bed. And then I got up this morning and did today's version. So I'm proud of myself because I haven't been consistent with the other parts, but I'm on the 28-day chair yoga.
Nice.
That's called a micro habit, right? And if you're on top of it, you're mastering a micro habit. That's great. We're all on the right bus, and I wish you all would have been on the boat with me because it was the right boat. It was the right boat. I'll tell you what, it was wonderful.
Yeah, I know you're gonna talk all about the cruise and what you learned and whatever, but my lingering question has been, what do they serve at the buffets for the lean and green for 2,000 Optavians?
Oh, well, let me tell you.
Did they have anything special or just everything for everybody?
No, well, yeah, no, I mean, it was everything for everybody, of course, but that first party night, they had really very healthy choices for what they served for appetizers, so it was very, very, very impressive. Yes, it was very, very much in line. That's a great question.
What do you serve? 2,000 Optavians.
They had great appetizers that night. There's no question. And guys, just so you know, I wish every single one of my AA team was on that boat with me. Honestly, I thought about y'all every time thinking, oh, I wish y'all were here. There were other teams that had other coaches with them, and some of them had lots of people there. And But I miss you all very much.
Yeah,
While
next year, cruise, next year, cruise.
hopefully they do it next year. The last one they did was 2019, but hopefully,
Oh, really?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I thought it was every year. I didn't know.
But that was pre-COVID, so who knows? I hope to have another opportunity to do that. But just before we kind of launch into, I would love to share, what I got. I want to make sure that you get some of that inspirational juice. Because, oh man, wow, was it ever a fire hose of just fun? But just for May, just to start off, don't forget, this is in the Optimal Life group, check in daily. This is what I've coined Miracle Makeover Mindset May, and it's really mindset May. And every day there's going to be your little challenge for everybody. Did anybody look in today at the challenge? What's today? Who knows what today is?
No complaining.
No complaining. And you get extra credits if you change I have to into I get to. You get extra bonus points.
Ah,
Um,
good way,
I, I,
Deb.
I love this. I've been saying forever we need to do a healthy mindset thing because I'm sick to death of this walk more, like all that. I want to do something like this. So I'm going to be totally into this mindset thing. So don't forget, check into that daily and play full out because, like I said on the live this morning, a healthy body starts with a healthy mind and ends with a healthy mind. And if we've gone crazy, then our body goes south, right? So this is the most important topic, that healthy mindset. So make sure to play full out and bring friends. All your friends need a healthier mindset. I don't care if they need to lose weight or not. Do they not? Raise your hand if you have a friend that needs to stop stinking thinking. Yeah, right? Like we all have 10 friends who can stop stinking thinking. So they're invited, right? Just invite them. It's free. We'll introduce them to the group. Well, here's what it is, and we'll pop them in there. Prop shots, OMG, so much fun. Go to the store. Martha this morning, she said she's going to get her 40-pound bag of kitty litter and take a picture. She couldn't believe how much it weighed. She couldn't believe how much it weighed, and she couldn't believe how much she carried around like all the time. So she's going to put it at the bottom of her stairs and carry it up and down to remind herself. So these prop shots are for you guys to really anchor your milestones like a ship needs an anchor, right? To anchor yourself and celebrate yourself so that you can own that new identity and make it be long lasting. We want ultimately to be a part of your identity. So part of being out loud with this is just integrating it into your personality and to your identity so that people know you as that. So just don't ever think that it's anything really other than that, because it really is all about you, for you, and all the people around you. So I highly encourage a prop shot. I know, no, Sandy did a pumpkin shot. Sandy's done pumpkins. Sharon did sugar. I've done pumpkins. I've done weights. I don't know if Kathy did charcoal bags last time.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah. So yeah, just get creative, right? Somebody did another human being.
We had class.
Like
Last
like
another human.
yeah, lost a grandkid. I don't know what it was. It was great. Hi Jane, glad you're here. And Wendy,
Yeah,
iPhone.
and it looks like I think that's Sharon's friend on iPhone.
Oh,
Is that
good.
Elaine?
Elaine, I think
Yeah,
probably. Yep.
yay.
Oh, Elaine, yay.
Yes,
Fantastic.
Sharon's been bringing a friend.
That's great. Yeah, just remember, putting yourself out there, even if it's in the Optimal Life group or just taking the photo for yourself. It's all about you, just not dieting in the dark, because that's dangerous. We know where that goes, and it goes nowhere fast. So just living out loud. So those are just May things to have fun with. Scavenger hunt. Bravo, Sharon, for every day you were in that scavenger hunt and you shared with everybody, and bravo, everybody, right?
Yes, thank you, Sharon.
Yeah, you were large and in
Oh.
charge. I was really impressed with that. You all did so, supported each other. And like I said, I was just in tears listening. So,
Yeah, and Roxy's been going every day in Spanish on her Spanish group, and she's at work today, but says hi.
oh, awesome. Awesome. What wins of the week do we have before I share some of my? I'll stop share. Anybody have a win or a stumbling block they want to talk about? Monday night was how to how to get your best, or spring into health, right? What does that mean to
Mhm.
you? What does that mean to you? What does that look like to you? Anybody got?
Yeah, if you got any comments, just put your hand up or just jump in, open your mic.
Yep.
It was one,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, one that
Yeah.
relates to me is walk around at the track meets, don't sit in the bleachers. So
Yes.
that's what I'm gonna be doing tonight.
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
one.
Spring into health can mean making sure you integrate your healthy thinking and habits into everything you do, right? I like that idea. That's great, Deb. What else? Anyone else got a
Go
win?
ahead, Sandy.
Well, I was just gonna say that now that it's finally actually spring here, I intend to kayak and walk much more than I have been. The other day I did 5.5 miles, but then I skipped days because of the weather or whatever. But I'm just in a different mindset where I feel like there's a change and I'm just gonna go for it.
Yep. We take advantage of that spring energy, right? Revive, renew, rebirth, all this, all the words come to mind for me in the spring, right? Refresh, restore, rebirth. It's awesome. Yeah, good job. Anybody else? What does spring into health mean to you, Kathy and Deb?
I like working in the yard. So I did that the other day. It was finally, we didn't have gale force winds and no tornadoes. So I worked out all day in the yard and I loved it. And then plus I still walked my 4 miles. So I don't know. I had some crazy amount of steps that day.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a challenge, right? You were just doing your thing and enjoying
Yeah,
it.
I
It wasn't
love
like,
it.
oh, I have to get X number.
Right.
It
Just
also reminds me of spring cleaning. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm constantly battling with the stuff. So the last couple of days, I've been in charge of our class reunions for high school for 50 years. I have every record, it's in 4 garbage bags. And you know what? If anybody wants to challenge me, too bad, because it is getting out of my house. I'm sick and tired of storing every list, every deposit for the last 50 years.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
Excellent. Spring cleaning is a great
Goodbye.
habit of health to integrate into your life. And Wendy is actually doing it. She's listening. She said she's doing that too now, getting rid of
Yeah,
stuff.
getting ready for work.
Yeah, getting rid of stuff. We all have stuff we can get rid of. Raise your hand. You have stuff.
Yep.
in your
Yep,
room?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on my list. Always.
Right.
Yeah, I've
Like,
done some big old spring cleaning jobs and that's no joke. I'm, helping other people. And it's no joke. That's a lot of moving around. So
Mhm.
yeah,
what's
it
spring
all
into health
counts.
mean to you, Carrie? Is that what's spring into health mean to you this spring? What are you doing? Wearing new colors. Love this.
To me, yeah, spring is like fresh start, bring new life and new breath, fresh air into everything you do. So
Mhm.
and not feeling guilty about, how much I hibernated over the winter and
Nope.
well, I needed that, and now
Mhm.
it's time to keep moving forward. That's why, what was it? One point it stood out to me. I heard again recently. Why is the rear view mirror so small in your car?
Yes.
Because you're not going that way. Little reminders and you got your lesson and it's important, but you're going forward.
Yeah.
Let's see the big picture.
And seasonally, right? We're supposed to rest and really restore in the winter. It's a time of rest for the planet, right? It's
Mhm.
energetically, it's a time of rest. So,
Yeah, we're all cyclical anyway,
Yeah.
especially
And
women, but all humans.
Monday night, they referenced page 143 of your life book.
Mhm.
Learning, right? Making sure that you understand, never to beat yourself up, only understand you're in certain levels of stages of learning. And ultimately, we want to be unconsciously competent. And it's just easy to make a healthy choice because it's not something you have to think about, right? So, and remember, 10,000 hours are required to achieve mastery in being an optimal health practitioner.
Wow.
So, have you reached 10,000 hours yet? If not, you're not an optimal health practitioner yet, right?
Yeah, isn't that like to be an expert on anything? So
Yeah.
yeah, just keep going and it all adds up.
Don't
Do
beat
your
yourself.
1% every day and you'll get
Yep.
there.
Never beat yourself up. You're just in process, right? In process. So progress, not perfection, in process. Yeah. I love that part. That was one of my favorite parts about Monday. So anybody else have a Monday or spring into health, Sharon or Deb? Margot, what does it mean to you?
it was such an aha program because so many things that we do could be so simple if we would just let ourselves do them.
Right?
We get into a zone and you say, oh, I'm going to do this today. Well, why aren't I going to do it tomorrow? And if you can make it become a habit, which it should, then it's easy. And listening to them, how so many things fell in place one to the other just by the simple things they did. You start thinking about yourself and go, okay, why do I have to make it such an effort to go walk? Or why do I have to make it such an effort to plan? Everything is there for you. If you just take it in baby steps, take one thing at a time and let each thing follow itself and work it into a habit.
Yeah,
Naturally,
that
a
is
habit of
so
health.
good, Margot. I think that's a lot of get out of your own way.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
blocks and with our challenge today, the mindset of not complaining, well, it's really just shifting it into gratitude. You know,
Yes.
I get to
Yeah.
do this, and then it's opening and it's a moving forward, getting
Yeah.
out of our own way and making
Yeah,
progress.
well,
Yeah.
I will tell you, yesterday I had such an experience. A friend of mine, her stepdaughter's getting married and she needed to get a dress for the wedding. And of all places, we went to the Mall of America.
You
Now,
need a week for that, Margot.
I know. The most ironic thing is because I take metro transportation, I had to plan. So I'm going, okay, we're going to be shopping. I better figure on at least 4 to 5 hours.
Right.
We walked into the mall. I spotted a store that I recognized that she had never been to. I said, let's go look there. She went, okay. So we walked in. We were halfway in, spotted a dress. Within a half hour, we had the job done. So
Miracle.
we decided just to kind of walk and people watch because I had to be there. I was awestruck at the horror of what I saw in people watching and the things that people were doing and the things that people were eating and the way, I mean, in some cases, the way they were feeding themselves, like they were never going to get any more of this. And they were just, yeah, it was horrible. I was almost like in shock going, this can't be our world. This can't be our world. This is not how we are supposed to live. And how many of these people, because of what they're doing, are not going to have that long life.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not the world you grew up in, is it, Margot?
Oh my gosh, not at all. I just, and I haven't been out in that big of a place in a very long time. So to see
Yeah.
the mass is different of people.
Yeah.
And the other part of it was the amount of children we saw that were obese.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to walk up and just slug their parents. It just made me so
And
angry.
the amount of children that actually have the type 2 diabetes is
Oh,
skyrocketing.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So it made me come back going, what I'm doing for me is what I need to be doing, but what everybody should be doing.
Yeah. So here's
It's-
an assignment. This is one thing we got in the cruise. Okay, here's a cruise takeaway. Make yourself a thing. I want you to have yourself on pretend you're on a stage and you're thanking yourself for all the things you've done. And they called it the Snoop speech because Snoop Dogg did this thing where he was thanking himself for all these things that he did, and it was funny. But they had people get up and thank themselves for what, and it was so profound. People were
How
bawling.
cool.
They were bawling. I want to thank me for showing up on this, I want to thank me for sticking to it. I want to thank me for having the courage. Like, you should have seen it, guys. It was so amazing. It was so powerful because they had to say it out loud. They had to acknowledge themselves and thank themselves for things they had done. Because how often do you ever do that?
Never.
Out loud, yeah.
You're more likely to think about what you haven't done.
That's it. Where
what
you're
you
thinking
have
what
done.
I haven't done.
Yeah.
But while he was very egotistical, it was a very egotistical thing, right? That he was doing. It was funny. But when you do it for real, it was profound. And
I believe that.
That's a
people,
good exercise.
people were bawling. I want to thank me. I want to acknowledge me for XYZ, right?
Yeah,
Whoa, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what
well,
would you-
and that's part of why we need this community. We need to hear it from each other. But yeah, it's not that often we say
Yeah.
it for ourselves. But
So
yeah,
next-
wins of the week. So
think about it. Next week, let's share one or two things. I want to thank me for 1, 2, 3. Okay. And just say it out loud because it was so profound. And Sharon, like you said, if we don't have people participating in community, it doesn't mean anything, right? It's not community if you're not participating. Think of 3 things you can say, you can thank yourself for and feel really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was oddly profound. It was just the weirdest little exercise, but it was so profound. So think about it and just, we'll do not put anybody
yeah,
on.
we'll add that into our
Yeah,
repertoire.
won't put anybody on the spot, but it'll be super fun. Sharon, what's Spring into Health mean to you, or Deb, or whoever wants to share? Anybody? Jane, I'm glad you're here.
I just take away, I read, making a healthy lifestyle second nature through practice, we become unconsciously competent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think somebody maybe said that, but
Yep. Making it second nature. That's actually our new tagline, which I'll show you a slide. Optavia Habits Health is a new tagline. And
Mm.
yeah, and it's awesome. It's really awesome. So, anybody else? Any takeaways or shares or things they had for the week they want to be proud of or struggling with?
I was just gonna say from the Monday night call, I can't remember what the second gal was. It was the husband, wife, and then it was the second gal that lost all that weight. And how she first started out, she's just like, oh, it's just hereditary, I'm gonna just die young because it runs in my family.
Yeah.
And then to have her change that mindset, and then to see how she is now and how active she is.
Yep.
And good for her for taking, like you said, taking that step and that courage to do that. It was phenomenal. She said like she lost, I forget, like 150 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she went, and who would thought at 69 years old,
Yeah.
I would be thinking and feeling this. And I know for myself, I sat there going, as we get older, we realize we're not putting a stop on the age. When we're a
Right.
teenager, we're thinking we aren't going to live past, we're not going to see 50. What are you talking about?
Right.
Well, when you've gone past 50 and past 60, you start thinking, well, but there's a lot more I want to see and do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The age becomes mindless. You just keep doing what you need to do.
Yeah. She was shocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
That she could do what she never thought
Great.
was possible. So yeah, we never say never. Yeah, I was impacted by that too, Kathy. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, so it's awesome. It's never too late. Never ever too late. So
No.
it really isn't. So I'm gonna screen share here again. Yeah, it was good. Just think about everything you're doing. How can I make this spring into health? How can I make it healthy? How can I integrate something healthy or healthier in all the ways, in all the things, right? And I got to tell you, my two biggest, the cruise. Oh, where do I begin? The two biggest thing. Well, where do I begin? Number one, I was blown away at the magnitude of the magnitude. It was 5-star, you guys. Can you see this? Is this picture?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was 5-star, 10-star all the way. They blew my mind. They blew my mind the entire time. There were 6,000 people on the ship. It's like one of the second biggest or third biggest in the world. Optavia and our friends and family were half the ship.
Wow.
We could not go anywhere without talking Optavia. My husband was beside himself because he is half the ship. And it was, Optavians everywhere. And it was just beyond beyond belief. And so awesome to be on this bus with these people, because everywhere you go, right, you can talk the same talk and walk the same. It was amazing. So that community was beyond, and I wanted you all to be there every single day. I was thinking, oh, everyone needs, I was thinking of my A team. I wanted you all there. If they do it again, we'll have to figure that out, because it was amazing. And there's Terry and I there at the center. That first night they had a welcome party, and we all wore pink. And if you can imagine 3,000 people all wearing some shade of pink,
Yay!
it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Check out my Facebook post. You can see a little bit more on it, but it was a phenomenal idea. The party was grand. The food was great. It was all little healthy things. And I put some, pictures on Facebook, but very, very healthy. And everybody was happy. This guy, you've seen him in the webinars. Dan Bell, he was the founder of, the whole kind of compensation and way that, we earn money and get paid. He was fun to meet. He was a great guy. And then of course there's me, of course, with my, that was the going away party. These are just a couple pictures I just put up for you. And then I wanted to show you my, some other pictures too. Dr. Anderson, we got to go to his suite. This was our team from David Bush's team. There's Terry, Melanie, Terry, Sarah, me, Gina, Erin, and Dr. A's suite. And we got to sit and chat with him and break bread with him, and it was just amazing. He made himself completely available. This is not a guy who's puts himself on a pedestal at all. And that was very impressive. That was just, and he ate at the cafeteria with people, and he was around. I mean, you could see him. So it was really fun to be able to interact with him. At the last night we had this party, the going away party, where we had all these fun signs to take pictures with. So that was super fun. And then we went on an excursion to the grotto and to the climbing the waterfall. And all these people, only one family was not from Optavia on the excursion. That poor family. And by the time we got done with that day, we were all like best friends, and everybody on the bus that day was all, so it was just really like coming home to family. It was all really, really family. It just felt very much like a family. And I didn't know these women at all, but yet I knew them, and we could just fall right in. You know what I mean? It was wonderful. And then lastly, is my favorite picture of the cruise. My husband and Terry and her husband, and I just love that picture at the pink party. That's one of my favorite pictures. We just had a grand time. There was lectures and there was excursions like any other cruise, and so that was really, it was just really fun. It was a nice balance of learning. We had a couple mornings of education, and a couple mornings, and then a lot of just excursions, and then we eating out, and then they had two big parties for us. And so the camaraderie was just beyond. They had these on our doors when we got there. We had these stickers on our doors, magnets.
Cool.
We got balcony rooms. I've never been in a balcony room on a ship. That was a huge treat. I'd never done that before. So that was really fun.
So you're gonna put those big magnets on your fridge or on your car?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I got one in my journal, but I got one in my journal. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other ones, but I couldn't not take them. So as far as the really fun thing was that digital detox. I had already decided that I wasn't going to buy the Wi-Fi package when I went. And then I went the whole week, and then I ended up going 11 days without social media, which was just,
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was super impressed about, that you enjoyed every minute and took
Yes.
the pictures, but didn't have to post.
yeah, I did that live when I came back online. It was interesting because I was afraid to go offline. There was this fear of, And then then there was this fear on
And
the other
look,
side.
you didn't die.
I didn't die.
Yeah.
No, I didn't die, and I did no cell phone communication, no nothing. And it was the most beautiful thing because it was just me, the people I was with. Like I did the live, and kind of outlined all my top. I was so present. I was so peaceful. I was with my husband. I was with everyone in conversation. It was just such a wonderful experience to not have any cell communication, no calling people.
Wow.
It was amazing. And then,
And
so
so
that,
you actually were learning to be present. Your life
yeah,
was happening right now in front of you, and
yeah,
you stayed there.
yeah, there was no fear of missing out. There was no, yeah, it was like you could live in the present. And
Got a lesson in life there, didn't you?
yeah, I mean, it's a thing. Wow, it's just so amazing. So amazing. And granted, there's a lot to distract you from your digital detox. I'm sure if I wouldn't have been on a cruise, I might have had a little bit of suffered from a little bit of detox, jitters, detox,
Yeah, withdrawals.
Withdrawal.
withdrawal. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure I would have had withdrawal if I wasn't so stimulated with everything else. But but luckily, there was plenty to do, and the ship was so big, and there's literally no way you could see or do everything on that ship. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, and it's a destination in itself. So that being said, my other big win was, well, I'll share that with you in a little bit, but I want to show you this. I've got this up. We had some classes a couple days, and the Optavia did a brilliant job with sharing the trajectory of the company, what's going on. I mean, I thought the lectures were fantastic. And so I wanted to share a couple things with you that I learned. You guys are the product. We are the secret sauce of why Habits of Health and Optavia works. We are the secret sauce. Otherwise the fuelings are just a diet, right? And our mission really is to just help the world have lifelong transformation and have healthy lifestyles become second nature. And that's our new tagline. I'll show you that in a second. But this guy, he's part of the big, I can't remember his title, but he talked about the statistics and things that with weight loss and things like that. And this was profound. There's 54 new drugs under development specifically for anti-obesity.
Wow.
54. 54. And in a few years, and by 2030, literally like 30% of the population is going to be on some sort of anti-obesity drug, right? So if you can just imagine, I can't even imagine, guys, the devastation that's going to happen with the skeletal muscle mass loss, and who knows what's going to be happening down the road. So they've been working really hard at transforming our entire company to come alongside the Titanic, because there's no stopping this drug thing. Like, there's no stopping big pharma. This is not stopping, and there's no. They said 80% of the Americans are in a fight for weight management right now. 80% are fighting for weight management or loss, and 40% of those are actively currently considering the medications. And within just a few short years, at least 10 to 20% of the population will be on them. It'll become like cholesterol drugs and high blood pressure drugs and like that.
How much percent did you say?
For 80% are actively seeking,
Are fighting right now.
Yeah.
a way to manage weight or lose weight. 40% of those are currently seeking or considering drugs. And so that's why it's so important that we take a stand in our new tagline is going to be to offer the world. This is our mission, to offer the world lifelong transformation, making a healthy lifestyle second nature.
Yeah.
That is what we are. That is who we are. That's what we're about. They did a brilliant job. We're not going to be judging people who are on the medications. There's no way to judge them. The food addiction is real. This food noise, this addiction that they've created it's calculated and it's real. They know what addicts people. They know addiction. They study addiction. So we're fighting it in the trenches, helping people to say, okay, great, use the drug, but we've still got to develop you some healthy lifestyle skills. If that's not second nature, you're going to be sunk no matter what. So I love the idea, and they talked a lot about, integrating. Here's us, we're the community, and we have all of the lifestyle programs. We have all the 5 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 5 and 1, and we have all the programs. We even have stuff now for GLP support. People who are on the meds, we have a package for them. We have a protein powder, an amino acid, and a couple of fuelings. We have support for those people, and we're not shying away from it. We're not going to pretend it's not there or judge people. We're going to support them in it. And then we have the Habits of Health system. We have doctors now with LifeMD, and we have the coaches. So we have everything everybody needs, guys. We have everything everyone needs to really master this. And that's the beautiful part about it that gives me real hope and real excitement, because we even have the medical people that are involved if someone should need that or want to talk to them. So it's very comprehensive. They talked about how they're implementing changes and improvements in each area, all the components. They're actively working toward making all of the components better, making the coaches more educated and helping us, supporting us more, making sure we have training about the doctoring. So trying to improve the digital experience and the support system, everything. They're really on top of it in terms of what's happening. So I love this quote: the pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, and the leader adjusts the sails. So we're adjusting the sails, right? We've got to, because we're in the wake of the Titanic, and we've got to, but we are the one-stop shop. We're everything for everyone. So we do have everything. And before the diet, this was about the diet market and the weight loss market. It was $8 billion market, and now it's with the GLP support, it's a $50 billion market. $50 billion.
Wow.
And what's GLP again?
GLP is the medications.
Yeah.
And
They had
as the more GLPs and medications come out, it will be $100 billion market. 100
Wow.
billion, you guys.
Geez.
It will far surpass anything that is any drug ever known to man. It will dwarf everything. So again, our competitive advantage is in a world where health and well-being are mostly a difficult, solitary journey. Will provide personalized support to people who want to transform their physical and financial health. So
And it starts with the mindset.
Yeah, a solitary journey, which doesn't work. Dieting in the dark doesn't work. So we have the community. We are the secret sauce. So the more we can share what we're doing and learning in the live book, the better off everyone's going to be, right?
I was going to say, there was a story on the Today Show yesterday.
Yeah.
About now how they're studying now these people that were on Ozempic, and I can't remember the name of the other drug, but they're having mental issues now.
Yes.
And even suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
So that's coming out. This one, they interviewed this one, she goes, yeah, I felt great. I lost all this weight, but she goes, mentally, I'm a mess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It screws up everything. And this is just Dr. A, talking. He's 72, you guys. He's the cutest little skinny jean 72-year-old you ever want to meet. He is so personable and so wonderful and warm. And he really is. I mean, last time I met him 5 years ago, I didn't get to spend much time with him, but he's a wonderful guy. We won't talk about momentum in the interest of time here. We have a lot, but the momentum tour started on Saturday. I have a recording of it. I'd like to do some live events, but he talked about the basics of nutrition and the standard American diet and how important the basics are. And he did a brilliant job talking about just in the country, our medical situation. Medicine is rescue care, it is sick and disease care, and we're doing a horrible job at health promotion and disease prevention. There is none of that in the medical world. It's just all about sickness and treating disease. So Again, that's why we have everything. We have the other side. We have the health promotion and building and creating health, and not just treating disease. So building health and promotion. So anyway, we won't go into all this stuff, but there's me after one of the lectures. We had so many people there. They had to have 2 different sections of lectures because we had so many people there. We filled the rooms. So that was really fascinating too, just seeing how many people were actually there. And then I wanted to show you one more thing was I love they've hired a marketing company, so you start to see this out in the world, maybe in magazines and things, and I absolutely love it. The market research shows everybody's sick to death of before the diet and after the diet. It's always the same, before and after. And so the marketing company came up with, say goodbye to the before and hello to the after, like once and for all. We're getting rid of this diet mindset. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Goodbye
yeah.
to before, hello to after the after. I just love it. I just love it. It's just the greatest thing. Show before who's boss. Hello to after the after. We're going to nail this once and for all. Hello after the after. Typical weight loss plans start at before and get to after, but eventually end up back to before. Same thing, same, right? Same results, different diet, different day. Optavia isn't a typical weight loss plan. Our mix of medical options, from telehealth, partnering, and MD, balanced nutrition, dedicated coaches, and healthy habits, help you to make the most of every day. Commit to transforming your weight loss journey into your life journey. I love that. It's
Yeah,
about
because
your
then habits of health, and doesn't change a thing. It's all about the lifestyle and the mindset.
Yep. It's about building your healthy life, guys. Goodbye to after and hello to after the after. I love it. Love it. Love it. So that for me, that whole second nature thing, that's what I've been all about my entire career, which is why I have degrees in this health and wellness stuff. And extra advanced degrees and things, because that's what always I've been about. So this is just congruent with, what I've always been preaching. But and this really comes home to reality for me, like you, Margot, when you go to the Mall of America and you see the
Mhm.
reality
Oh.
of the people.
It was awful.
Hi, Kate. The reality check for me was when I plugged back in to my Wi-Fi and I called my parents, back on land. Unbeknownst to me, while I was unplugged, my dad was in intensive care for 4 days.
Oh,
My
wow.
gosh.
And it's almost better you didn't know, because you're in the middle of the ocean, because what
Yeah.
could you have done?
And you know why? Because he has heart disease. He has clogged arteries everywhere. He has an inoperable aortic aneurysm that is a time bomb. They're not going to operate on it, but he almost lost his leg. He had an artery in his leg clogged completely up, complete occlusion. And he said he was like a boa constrictor around his leg.
Oh,
And he almost lost his leg, could have lost his life, easily, could have stroked out, right?
yeah.
So he had to lay motionless for 4 days because he could have stroked out, right? While they were trying to clear the clot. And I'm like, well, here I am on this boat, right? Learning about how to teach people healthy habits, right? And the magnitude of just the numbers, the sheer numbers of people, the devastation that's happening and that's gonna happen because of these stupid drugs, it's just
Yeah.
like, and then, even though they do help people to stop the food noise and get to another place, it's okay, because you can't stop this, and the drugs do work for that. They do help stop this. If that's your problem, and so you can get to a place where you can actually learn a healthy habit. Because when you're too insane, you can't even learn a healthy habit, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, in the meantime, look at everybody, right? It's just devastating. And so I find this out, and it just came home to me that this is so real. It is so important. It is so critical that we are, that we're really taking it seriously, because he's no different than anybody else with heart disease. Luckily he
Yeah.
lived. They were able to intervene medically, but as I was studying my questions from my Extraordinary Life Challenge book, I talked about those 5 top regrets of the dying on that live that I did, and the top 5 regrets of the dying. It's really important to know, can you answer these questions right now? How would you answer these? Because you don't want to get to the end of the day in ICU and be saying, I wish I woulda, wish I coulda, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
And,
Yeah.
I wish I would have been true to myself, not to others. I wish I wouldn't have worked so hard. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I had let myself be happier and healthier. These are the questions that dying people ask themselves, right? And their regrets. And I'm like, oh boy, wow. Like, it was amazing, right? It was amazing. And I'm not gonna be dying with those regrets, let me tell you. My dad is dying with almost all of those regrets. Not me. I am not going down that road. And I'm
And you
not.
can't change the other person, but you can be a good person and people will see your good habits.
Yep. And so y'all are doing the same thing. You're not going down like that. You're not going down like that. You're fighting, and you're not going to have those regrets when you go. And that's different. It's totally different, so I want to just applaud y'all for doing the work. You're the A team, really. And you are just really living this. And even though we're not perfect, we're all doing it together. You know what I mean? And you're going to do it. If you don't quit, you can't fail.
There you go.
and be thinking about the questions, how would your family answer those? How would your husband, how would your spouse, how would your son or daughter, and get real, talk to them about this, right? This is, we need to
Have the hard conversation
have the hard
and
conversation.
know that addiction is because of trauma, and that has to be worked on too. Yeah, the medication will maybe give you a head start, but like you said, Kathy, if it messes you up more, you still haven't learned the healthy habits.
Mhm.
They need to be learned anyway, whether
Yeah.
it's on medication or not.
Sometimes people, when they quit smoking, right, they use a patch. I love the example. If you can't stop smoking because you can't get over the addiction, use the patch. That's what this drug is, right? But you still gotta do the thing after.
Yeah, they're just training wheels, but the training wheels got to
Yeah.
come off.
Yeah. So have the hard conversations with people. Don't be afraid. Someone said someone said on the cruise, on the stage, someone said, this was really profound. Who is hurting because I'm hiding?
Ooh, write that one down, Sharon.
Who is hurting because I'm hiding? If I'm hiding, dieting in the dark and keeping all this good stuff to myself and not sharing and caring, who's hurting from it? Who's going to end up?
Who could benefit?
Yeah, who's going to end up in ICU?
And
right?
and I think Sharon's a great prime example that she's all hard and speaks out,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
learning to not be afraid to go ahead and say something to your friend, relative, neighbor
Sharon,
when you've got
applaud you.
something
You
good
are
to share.
totally leading with your heart. Margot, you're totally leading with your heart.
Oh
Roxy,
yeah,
totally
freakers.
leading, with their hearts. And
But
there's
you
so
also
many-
have to realize it's not just about learning, it's about doing.
yes, absolutely.
Learning it isn't enough.
That's why you got to feel it.
You
You
have
can
to
know
learn
it,
it,
but until you feel it, you're
Yeah.
not gonna do it.
and then you have to do it. And
Yep.
you can't just do it today and say, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. And we
It's
can't do it for
got
them,
to be
but
put-
we can
no,
lead,
no. No,
and you don't want to word vomit and blurt all over people, because then they're just like overwhelmed.
no.
But and taking control and doing it, like you said, Margot, doing it and making a healthy habit second nature is like, it's just what we do. So Matt and I know we have a short time left, but I have to share. Kate, I'm so glad you're here. This is so unexpected. I didn't know you were popping in, but I have to share with you, healthy habits are so second nature to us. We got on that boat and we said no stairs or no elevators. We do stairs on cruises. We haven't been on cruise for years, right? Since 2018. We did the stairs. It's second nature. We don't take the elevator. It's a non thing. It doesn't exist. We don't take it. So we walk the stairs everywhere we go, 17 flights if we have to. So it's just,
That's why you were always in workout clothes, because you had to
yeah,
take
that's
stairs.
just what
Yeah.
we do. Whenever I travel, I bring these bands. Thank you, Kate, because I got these in Ecuador from my bestie, Kate. These bands are awesome. These resistance bands, I bring them, they fit in my suitcase. Second nature. Boom. I just bring them. They're
Yeah,
so
already a habit. Already a habit.
already a habit. I just bring it. I would use these things on the beach. I can use them in a hotel room. I can use them in the, I
What
have
do
no,
you do with it? What do you do with that?
I put it around my legs and you can use them with your arms or your legs and the resistance bands. It's like lifting weights.
Oh.
So you can do like, I can't even. You
I
can
thought it
get
was a headband or
And they're
something
nice,
for
and they're
demonstration.
nice soft cloth ones, so they don't pinch your skin.
Yeah, you put them around
Yeah.
your ankles, you put them on your knees, and you do resistance work with it. You can just see videos online and stuff, but they're brilliant. I bring those along everywhere I go. I do a workout on the beach with those and my Tabata timer. I brought my fuelings, guys, everywhere I went on the cruise. We brought fuelings because that second week we were going to be in a studio apartment with a timeshare with no kitchen. We just had a studio kitchen, so we bought a bunch of fuelings for that second week, which were handy because we only had a little convenience store down the way. We got canned beans and all they had for decent food was eggs. They had some lettuce, they had some canned tomatoes and canned green beans. So that's what we ate with.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say, like on the cruise and whatever Optavia convention thing, they need to have a vending machine with the bars and shakes.
I know, right? Well, on the cruise, I did bring fuelings. I had my own dessert every night. I had my own oatmeal or my own bars and my own little chocolate carob stash that I brought because I'm addicted to carob and chocolate. Cocoa, I brought those for my own dessert so I could control myself and not go to the dessert buffet. So I did that every night, and that was really helpful. And brought my extra protein powder when I needed it. I also had my turmeric. I think this is a really great blood sugar regulator, and I didn't get sick either. So I doubled up on this so I didn't get sick. I really pumped up the immunity and being around all those people. So, but it's really easy on a ship, guys, to walk your brains out, tons of stairs. If you're going and the buffets, like you said, Carrie, they weren't Optavia specific, but there's always awesome, healthy options on the buffets. It's really easy to eat lean and green. It's just a little harder to stay away from the extras. But we stuck with our lean and green strategy, and then we had a few extras, but it was, it was okay. And with all the exercise, I really like, it was really easy it's really easy for me to be healthy on a cruise. So and we don't drink, so that wasn't an issue. But I have to say, and then ended up shockingly losing weight, which was shocking because you just don't think you will. I mean, you're just eating strangely, you're eating extra stuff, and you're indulging in things. But so that was just a shock. But again, it was the second nature, the healthy habits that were second nature. We never missed a morning workout. We never missed a walk. My husband is absolutely militant about his steps and his walk every morning. So it's just second nature. And we ate every 2 to 3 hours. We stuck with every 2 to 3 hours, no matter if we were eating from the buffet or a fueling. That's a thing. It's just second nature. And it's not hard at all. We don't even think about it. So it just worked. It just works. So
Amy, I'm curious, with you being more than half of the ship being Optavia and Optavia signs and things everywhere, did you find any of the other guests on the ship seeking some of you out going, what is this?
yeah, there was a few situations, where that happened. Yeah, for sure.
Because I would think they'd have to look and go, who are these people?
Yeah.
What are they doing? What is this Optavia thing?
Yeah, and there were some Optavians that were completely off plan. I will just tell you that. Whereas second, and not everyone was perfect, let me tell you. Whereas second, you
They
know,
made their decision.
yeah, they made their decision to just be hog wild, which I can't do. It makes me feel terrible. But that was, so it wasn't like there's all this boat full of perfect people by any means. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. So yeah, but it was just, it was fun. It was just, it was very, very encouraging, and just knowing that we are on the only boat that provides everything everyone needs to really get it together in every way, shape, and form. Like, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much is inside of this technology and the offerings and how they put everything together. So there's no way anyone can go wrong. If they don't need to lose weight, if they don't, they still have an unhealthy mind. If they do need to lose weight, everyone needs the healthy mindset piece of this. Absolutely everyone, even if they don't.
And
Yeah.
with that, thank you, Sandy, for posting at midnight back in your happy place. Talk
Mhm.
about being on the right boat. You were back in the kayak and arboretum. I was so happy for you.
I know, right? Right.
Great.
And Kate, bless your heart, Kate. This is my color closet consigned special.
Oh,
Kate, this is Carrie's sister. So I want to introduce Kate. We're so happy that you're here.
Hello.
Welcome.
And
I saw you had your microphone open, Kate. Did you want to share anything? Or
yes,
No, I didn't have anything
Oh.
prepared. I just wanted to hop on and meet all of you.
Good.
she is my bestie. I had so much fun wearing all my clothes that she put together for me. She came over and packed with me before I went, and Matt, she packed all our clothes, and we had so much fun with our colors. And
You haven't even figured out yet what she did to your closet while you were gone, huh?
then I came back to a closet that's full of outfits all lined up, like all
excellent.
together. She did this.
Nice.
So excited to dive into the outfits. I just was looking at them the other day. I can't even, it blows my mind, Kate. You're just such a gifted, talented woman.
Thanks.
Yeah. It has been so much fun to be doing and wearing things that I wouldn't have worn ever, like this. I feel like this is my clown shirt, Sandy, but I love it.
And
But
yeah,
it's
you're
perfect.
glowing in it.
Yeah.
And this was
And-
one of the shirts she made me try on, and I said, that is absolutely obnoxious. I will never wear that. That is disgusting. And she put it on. Now it's my favorite shirt. So
And I love working with people who are already doing the inner work. So
The
now
whole
your
mindset
outside
stuff.
matches your inside.
yes, now my
That's
outside
nice.
matches my inside. That's
Because you've
exactly.
been doing the mindset and
Oh,
clearing.
yeah.
That's exactly right. And that's what all people really want, right? Is to feel comfortable in their, to feel at home in their skin again, to feel
And be in harmony with your true self.
be in harmony with their nature.
And that doesn't have to depend on weight. Someone could do that at the beginning of a weight loss journey. And
Mhm.
if they look and feel good in how they look in their clothes, it
Mhm.
can be more incentive to take care of their body and make better choices
It's
and
true.
give them more energy.
Yep. It's true.
As opposed to giving in and wearing the oversized and the cover-ups and
Yes.
all of that because you're trying to hide it, so to
Yeah.
speak. Yeah.
Exactly.
hide
If you
the bar.
hide your body, you have no reason to take care of it because it
Yeah.
knows you don't love it.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. I had an experience where I had on a shirt that I really wasn't jiving with. I was feeling really low energy and I was all discombobulated and I couldn't make a decision, and I went and changed and I felt all better.
Yeah.
It's
It
interesting how
really,
that
really
is.
makes a difference.
Yeah, it really does. It was crazy. So anyways, I have to run because I have a call that I have to get to, but y'all want to stay on, that is just fine if anyone wants to stay and chat, but otherwise
I
I'm
think
gonna
other Deb already had to go too. But I
Okay.
wanted to say before you go, everybody, big hugs for Betty because she'll watch the
Yes.
recording.
Yes, big hugs
And
for
good luck to
Betty.
Betty. Betty's in the
Any
hospital.
word, any update on her?
Not no, but let us know and we'll let everyone know. But no,
Do you know what hospital she's in?
no, we'll have to text again and see. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Well, because being in Minnesota, I definitely would like to know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can visit, but even a call, we got her
Well,
phone number.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I apologize, everybody, but I did send out the commitment this morning. I've had a crazy week, but I sent it to you, so you've got that quote from last week.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for your contribution to each other. And I'm glad I got to share this. And we'll talk more about the Momentum Tour next week. So love you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Have a
Thank
great
you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.